Welcome to Washington High School in St. Paul as we proudly present high school girls basketball. Tonight, the Section 4 3A Championship. The winner earns the right to play in the Class 3A state tournament. It's an all-tri-metro final with the DeLaSalle Islanders and St. Anthony Village Huskies. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Beaton. Thanks for joining us. Both teams with an upset special on their minds. DeLaSalle hoping to get in as the 4 seed after they knocked off Matamidi on a buzzer beater from Olivia Travis in the semifinal round. Matamidi was the number 5 team in 3A and the 1 seed in this group. But DeLaSalle has been on a hot streak to end the season. We talked about their quality wins in our last broadcast, and it's a young but growing team, and that maturity and leadership has been on display over the past month. Ayana Gardner, Nora Francois are a couple of examples. DeLaSalle has not reached the state tournament since 2013 when they completed a three-peat. They would love to get back in the 3A field and restore some glory that Faith Johnson-Patterson brought to that program several years ago. St. Anthony Village has never reached the state tournament in its 33-year history, and it's been 13 years since they got to the section final. St. Anthony Village doing it from the outside with folks like Bonnie Zeller and Nicole Zielsdorf. They came back from 13 points down to beat a Como Park team, and they're playing with a little chip on their shoulder. They lost Callie Webush to an ACL injury midway through the season. So this is a team that would love to give its seniors a high note to go out on. Look for the Huskies to hit from the outside if they're going to win tonight. The starting lineups are coming up. You're watching the Section 4 3A Championship.
Starting off for the Islanders, junior number 3, Dakota Spidell. Starting off for the Huskies, number 4, Bonnie Zeller. Next up for the Islanders, number 4, Olivia Travis. Next up for the Huskies, number 5, Abby Connick-Meehan. Next up for the Islanders, number 5, Mary Claire Francois. Next up for the Huskies, number 11, Annika Thomas. Next up for the Islanders, number 10, Alexis Cochran-Scott. Next up for the Huskies, number 12, Nicole Zielsdorf. Next up for the Islanders, number 13, Ayana Gardner. Last up coming up for the Huskies, number 25, Samantha Sinnott. DeLaSalle head coach Tanisha Scott, assistant coaches Clayton Gardner, Danielle Ellison, Amin Murji, Ricky Hill, Frank Gordner, and Sadiqa Jihad. Head coach of the Huskies, MJ Hamler. Assistant coaches, Casey Dinter, Doc Mellis, and Jenny Patrick. Our game is being officiated tonight by Damian Lala Birdie, Tyler Livingston, and James Patterson. Following the outcome of this evening's game, we will have the presentation of the section runner-up and championship medals. Thank you for coming out, and good luck to both teams.
They don't? Oh, they don't. It's all high school. Yeah, where do they pull her from then? You want in here, Colin? See?
Because St. Anthony is the higher seed of the two, they will wear the home jerseys. DeLaSalle will wear the white. I'm not sure if St. Anthony planned on bringing their home jerseys with for section playoffs, but here we are. We're underway. It's an all-tri-metro matchup. St. Anthony Village won the regular season meeting between these two, 74-71. The difference, though, St. Anthony Village had Callie Webush in that matchup. Different story here. DeLaSalle with the first possession. DeLaSalle young, but they've got a lot of growing options available. DeLaSalle exhibiting patience on its first possession. Mary Claire Francois, 15-footer is short, and is picked up by number 5. Abby Canning-Meehan. There's Civic. St. Anthony Village, and that's an offensive or defensive foul on DeLaSalle. There, I've got a whistler next to me, so if you pick up some crowd noise, that might be why. St. Anthony Village does have outside shooters. Nicole Zielsdorf knocked down 4 triples on Saturday in the win over Como Park. Driving, unable to hit the off-balance shot was number 11, but an offensive rebound, that was Annika Thomas. Thomas is an offensive threat for the Huskies. Just over a minute has elapsed, no score. Speidel to Mary Claire Francois. She lost the dribble. And it was last touched by St. Anthony Village. It should be overruled, and it is. St. Anthony Village past the 20-win plateau. DeLaSalle would have to win a couple of games to get there in state. That doesn't matter. Gardner with the steal. Here she comes. Great at finishing in transition. And DeLaSalle gets the first basket of the game. Gardner, the only double-digit score for the Islanders in the regular season. St. Anthony Village looking to push. Zeller out to Zielsdorf. That's actually, yep, that is Zielsdorf. Thomas. Back to Zielsdorf. Again, Zielsdorf dangerous from three-point range. Can't hit the jumper, offensive rebound Huskies. Foul, free throws coming for Bonnie Zeller. Bonnie Zeller, averaging 15.5 in the 2 section games. In the first meeting with DeLaSalle, she scored 16 points, one of 4 Huskies to reach double digits that night. St. Anthony Village, as we told you in the open, they have never reached a section final in the last 13 years and have never been to state. They would love to make some history tonight. DeLaSalle has not been to state since 2013 when they had that three-peat with Faith Johnson-Patterson. They've been going through a rebuild. Speidel missing the 3. And the rebound goes to Annika Thomas. They lost the dribble momentarily, but picks it back up. High, low, and more free throws coming for Bonnie Zeller, who was perfect her first time up. Bonnie Zeller will head to Wheaton in Illinois, a Division III school, next year. She averages 13.3 points and 7.5 rebounds a game, 75% free throw shooter. Knocks down both. So Zeller a perfect 4-4, and the Huskies with an early 4-2 lead. Alexis Cochran-Starr cannot hit the three, nor Francois pursues the rebound, can't put it in. Bounce goes out to Gardner, and a fresh possession, or a fresh second chance for the Islanders. Virgie Weems, a wave of the future for the Islanders, brings up score fair. St. Anthony Village looking to push, one-on-one, cutting through traffic and scoring. There's Monica Thomas. Huskies out to a 6-2 edge. Cochran-Starr. Long skip. Three ball. Corner pocket. Alexis Cochran-Starr knocks it down. St. Anthony Village trying to push again. Hesitation move, and the Huskies will reset. Channing Meehan pulls up, can't get the bank. There on the weak side was Thomas. Sibbett kicks out. Zeller thought about the three. Here she comes, pulls up, too strong. Rebound, no bounce. St. Anthony Village with three tries, nothing to show for it there. Isabel Flory. Gardner for three. Off the heel. Rebound Sibbett. Gardner almost poked it away. Brings a dose of speed to the Islanders. 4 free throws coming for the Huskies. This time, it's Nicole Zielsdorf. Zielsdorf had a game-high 21 in the win over Como Park. She had 16 points in the first meeting with DeLaSalle. And through the 2 section games, she is averaging 18 points per. Blanks that time. DeLaSalle escapes with no harm, and a reach-in foul on Sibbett. 13:27 left in the first half. St. Anthony Village with a slim 6-5 lead. Still early, of course. Three on the way. Does not fall for Cochran-Starr. Rebound, free throws coming for Isabel Flory. Then we've noted DeLaSalle's resume in the month of February onward. Wins over Maranatha, Cretin-Durham Hall. And you can add Matamidi to that list. Flory had just 3 points in the first meeting with the Huskies, and averaging 4.5 in the section playoffs. Knocks down both, and DeLaSalle retakes the lead, 7-6. Sibbett backs off. Zielsdorf. Swing it out. But the pass is a little too high, so Sibbett won't be able to get a three, and Huskies almost throw it away. And a fortuitous position. Veronica Thomas to who had an open lane. Doesn't score out of it, but will shoot free throws. Monica Thomas. She had just 4 points in the first meeting with the Islanders, but she's really picked it up with Callie Wiebusch out with the ACL tear. Thomas averaging 19 and a half in the section games. Had a big performance against Como Park. And she had a season high, or at least postseason high, 21 in the win over Fridley in the quarterfinals. And that's going to be a reach and foul on Zielsdorf. That is her first. And the team's third. Gardner took it upon herself to carry this Islanders team when they were in a rut against Mahtomedi. They trailed by 7. Gardner put on the accelerator and couldn't be stopped. Flory for 3. Off the rim. St. Anthony Village in transition. Monica Thomas tried to draw the foul on Olivia Travis. Didn't work, but she still gets 2 points out of it. Travis, nice feed to Mary Claire Francois, and we're tied at 9. And a steal, Nora Francois will shoot 2. The 8th grader showing her awareness in the early going. Nora just had 5 points in the first meeting with St. Anthony Village, but she really picked up her game as the season progressed. Averaging 10 and a half in postseason play, had 9 points in the win over Mahtomedi, including a 3 that tied it. Francois splits, battle for the board is won by the Huskies. And they have a chance to push. All alone, goodbye. Samantha Sivic. These two teams are in separate divisions of the Tri-Metro, so they only got to play each other once. Gardner pulls up and gets the rebounds. If Gardner has a big game, DeLaSalle's fortunes could prove very optimistic. Zielsdorf, deep 3, and it missed. Rebound Mary Claire Francois. Gardner drives, showing her speed again, but too strong there. DeLaSalle with a 1-point lead, 12-11. Sivic, the lob to Zeller, got it. Back and forth, this game goes. Who will win? Nobody knows. And I'll throw myself out the door. Traveling violation on Gardner. Back to action, Huskies. And unable to hit the 3 was Zeller, but down low for the O-board is Sivic. She draws the foul and 1. Samantha Sivic with a chance to give St. Anthony Village their largest lead of the game. Samantha Sivic, averaging 7.8 points and 3.5 boards a game. Converts the 3-point play, and the Huskies lead by 4. And now the DeLaSalle fans trying to rally the crowd. Husky fans making some noise on this side. Spido, missed from the corner. And the rebound goes to Thomas. Out to Zielsdorf. Here comes Zeller, no bounce, and the rebound Travis. DeLaSalle, here comes Gardner. She draws the foul and will shoot two. DeLaSalle, although they haven't reached state since 2013, they came very close to doing so.
Can you back that one up? Is that one yours?
Gardner to shoot two.
Sorry, bud. Good? You happy?
Works for me.
Should be happy.
She knocks down both. Makes it a 2-point game. Zielsdorf for three. Looked good, but it did not hit its mark. Rebound DeLaSalle. Spidel on the run, no good. Travis with the follow through. Olivia Travis doesn't score a lot. The game winner against Mahtomedi was her only basket of the game, but it was good enough. And we're tied at 16. DeLaSalle to finish up on the discussion earlier as they get the steal. Lost to Como Park last year in the 4-3-8 final. Spidel scores in transition, and DeLaSalle retakes the lead. They have scored the last 6. And a reach and foul on Travis. And DeLaSalle out of fouls to give, so 1-and-1 time for the Huskies.
17.
And before we get there, we will have a timeout. And a little bit of background about the coaches. When Tanisha Scott isn't leading the Islanders, she will cheer her 10-year-old daughter. K-Town is her nickname. Kendall is her real name, who plays for the St. Helena youth team. And she also works at the Lake Street YWCA in South Minneapolis. MJ Hadler, the coach at St. Anthony Village, works in the urology department at the University of Minnesota, and she jokingly told me it's not a place you want to visit, at least under certain circumstances. But I'm sure she wouldn't mind a few days off for a state tournament run. And remember, whoever wins gets a guaranteed 3 games because of the consolation bracket this year. Abby Kading Meehan at the line. Spidel for 3. Bullseye! This game is going to be a little more ferocious on offense than our prior meeting with Mahtomedi and DeLaSalle, I can tell you that much. Zeller misses the baseline J. Rebound. Won by the Huskies, but stolen by Spidel. Spidel missed the first few games of the season to injury. And Travis wasn't ready for that skip. DeLaSalle turns it over. Zielsdorf, high-low. Abby Kading Meehan is the beneficiary. 21-20 our score. Mary Claire Francois misses everything. Travis could not save it. Spidel times the pass and pokes it away. Cochran Star with the steal. Hooks up with Mary Claire Francois in transition. DeLaSalle with the fast break deuce. was Bonnie Zeller, but it goes in, and that's what counts. 23-22. Spidel left open, fires for three, short that time. Rebound, Zeller. Sibbett bounces back out to Annika Thomas. Baseline J does not fall. Rebound won by Olivia Travis. Spidel will drive this time and draws the foul. Dakota Spidel had 13 points in the first meeting with St. Anthony Village. Had just 4 in the win over Matamita before fouling out. St. Anthony Village out of fouls to give. Massive subs. And they include Kate Graham, who started a game for the Islanders this year. Weems and Noah Francois also returned to action. Spidel knocks down both. And here comes Isabel Flory. 6:23 left in the first half, 25-22. Neither school has led by more than 4. Thomas, shovel pass. Missing the 3 was Zielsdorf. And a traveling violation as Kate Graham got the rebound. That's just a bang-bang hustle play. You're not going to fault Graham for that miscue, but it's still a turnover. And it will stay with the Huskies. Sibbett goes up, short. Rebound, pinballs around. It will stay with the Huskies. In the game for St. Anthony Village is Jackie Krieger, number 40. Three ball. No good. That was Zielsdorf. And a reach-in foul on the Huskies, so free throws coming for the Islanders. This will be 1-1.
Second personal, Bonnie Zeller, 17.
It's on Zeller, her 4th, or her 2nd. And she will be subbed out for now. Gardner missed the front end. Weems had a chance to put it down, could not do so, so an empty possession for the Islanders. Deep 3. Rattles out for Zielsdorf. Gardner pulls up, blocked, but she was fouled. So free throws coming.
First personal, Annika Thomas. Gardner for
Gardner knocks down the front end this time. As you may know, Gardner transferred from St. Paul Central. Her father, the JV coach, sits in the stands when the varsity game goes along. Weems, no good. Francois goes up, and this time DeLaSalle gets the foot back to fall. The skip, and Zielsdorf knocks down the 3. A much-needed basket for the Huskies, and play will stop momentarily to fix the net. And St. Anthony Village will use this opportunity for a substitution. Jessica Goldsmith goes out. In comes Abby Kading Meehan. Spidel, the skip. Francois can hit threes, but look to go inside this time. Weems in trouble, kicks out. 3 on the way. Will not fall for Cochran Star. Last touch by the Huskies. 4:28 remains in the first half. Weems, the shovel pass to Kate Graham, who sinks the triple. Kate Graham can snipe you from there, a sharpshooter from distance. And the lead goes back up to 6 for the Islanders. Thomas drives, misses the runner. And the rebound goes to Weems, but she is in trouble, gets out of it. Francois. She'll line up the 3. Off the heel. Rebound went to Zielsdorf. And unable to hit from the seam was Thomas. She had an opening. Here comes Gardner. Weaves to the double team. Blocked. Weems on the follow through. Timeout. St. Anthony Village. DeLaSalle with their largest lead of the game. 33-25.
Sorry.
Excuse me, I'm with School Space, so I'm just going to move my scoreboard camera over here. We've had quite a few St. Anthony fans, so I've had to work around my scoreboard camera, but our first notable run as the DeLaSalle fans, you may have seen it on the screen, perform their roller coaster charades. That's a staple of theirs. A whiteout tonight for the student section. They were also on hand to see their boys team open up their quarterfinal round in Section 6 with a win. DeLaSalle, the #1 team. They may have to get past Orono to win their section, but they're going to be a favorite, as they usually are.
Bonnie Zeller entered the game for the Huskies.
An 8-point lead for the Islanders, who again have shown far more poise as the season has progressed. There's someone who can reel in a deficit in a hurry. Nicole Zielsdorf with the 3. Weems goes up, can't get the roll. Zielsdorf pulls up, too strong. Weems comes back for the rebound. And will feed it to Nora Francois. For 3. Missed everything, and St. Anthony will let that bounce out of bounds for a dead ball rebound. And the substitution games continue. 2:42 remains in the first half. Thomas. Walked. Again, not a sellout crowd, but a reasonable one. Again for DeLaSalle. They came oh so close. They'd love to get back to state. Tanisha Scott got there as a player for DeLaSalle back in 2001, but not as a coach. Very clear, Francois. Looked a little wild than it was, and so they called for the foul on Zielsdorf. Free throws coming.
Second personal is very clear, Francois. Amelia Sahuda entering the game for the Hokies. And Nora Francois entering the game for the Islanders.
1-1 range for Zielsdorf. Splits, also for the rebound. It will go to the Islanders.
Let's go, Blue!
Travis. Nope, that was, yeah, it is Travis. Tough to tell sometimes with all the ponytails and buns, but it will stay with DeLaSalle here.
Go defense!
Francois. Now Travis has it on the inside. Kicks back out. Noah Francois missed the three-pointer. She hustles for the rebound, but nobody was there. Spido's able to poke it away. Gardner for three. Missed again. Travis clutches and scores. DeLaSalle gets a couple of cracks at it, and it pays off. 35-29. Gardner with the poke and the steal. She's got a full head of steam. And one! Don't tell DeLaSalle that they were the 4 seed. They're not playing like it right now. Lana Gardner doing what she does best. Gardner completes the three-point play. And the Islanders extend their lead to 9. St. Anthony Village scores in transition. It's Samantha Siddek. Lining up the three, bullseye, Kate Brown. Set herself up, and that's her second triple. DeLaSalle continues to build their lead. Although St. Anthony Village did come back from 13 down early in the second half against Como, so too early to extrapolate this halftime score just yet. But a great first half for the Islanders. Bonnie Zeller scores inside, taking the feed from Katie Meehan. DeLaSalle will likely hold for the final shot with 20 seconds on the clock. Six seconds. Gardner fires. Bounces on the run of the buzzer. And DeLaSalle ends the first half with authority. 43-33 is the score. Gardner is feeling it, and they're getting some help from these supporting players. So this young babyface DeLaSalle team is 10 minutes away from ending a 4-year state tournament drought. But as we said, St. Anthony Village did come back from 13 down to beat Como Park in the semifinal round. So this game far from over. We'll take a break and give you a glimpse of what happened in those semifinals and come back to crown the champion in Section 4 3A. You're watching high school girls basketball. start as Como Park struggled to hit their shots. Then the Cougars turned up the pressure. And here's Autumn Tucker back in action, knocks down the three. Got to be smart. Elena Jones out of position, forces a deflection, and that, my friends, is one of the easiest baskets that you will get as a high school player. And that was all started by the deflection from Jones. Long two, switch. A photo finish is brewing. Three ball. Corner pocket. Heel stroke again. 10 seconds. From Matamidai holding on. Or overtime. The ball is lost! DeLaSalle comes up with a collision. Very clear, Francois. Fires! No good! Travis got it! We got it! DeLaSalle wins it at the buzzer! Olivia Travis is the hero! And we welcome you back to the championship round in Section 4-3A. The upset special, the number 3 seed St. Anthony Village Huskies and the number 4 seed DeLaSalle Islanders. Mike Heaton here, and DeLaSalle with a 43-33 lead over St. Anthony Village. Notable numbers, Ayanna Gardner with 12 points, Dakota Spidell with 7, Kate Graham with 6 on a couple of 3-pointers. St. Anthony Village, Bonnie Zeller has 11 points, 4-4 from the free throw line. Nicole Zielsdorf has 7. Samantha Sivit also has 7. St. Anthony Village looking to reach a state tournament for the first time in school history. DeLaSalle looking for redemption after coming oh so close a year ago and falling to Como Park in the 4-3A championship. And as we noted, extra incentive. If DeLaSalle wins and St. Anthony Village wins too, whoever moves on will get a guaranteed 3 games because of the consolation bracket. Now, if you lose your first game, of course, you're not going to be in the running and you won't get the 45 TV time, but no more one and dones. So a lot on the line here. This game was tight early on. St. Anthony got out to a 16-12 lead, and then DeLaSalle stepped on the gas, proverbially speaking, and they built their lead to 10. They wouldn't mind avoiding a buzzer beater tonight. Tanisha Scott jokingly said to me that last Saturday's game was a little too close for her liking, but all you need to win by is 1 point, so she'll take it. 3 ball. Spidel can't hit that time. Travis rips the rebound away, no good. Mary Claire Francois will shoot 2.
Second personal.
Francois had 8 points in the first meeting with the Huskies, averaging 9.5 in the postseason. blanks, but Travis wins the O-board. Gardner switches it over. The second chance opportunities. DeLaSalle thriving in that area as of late. But as we noted, St. Anthony Village came back from 13 down, and they had to fight off an early deficit with DeLaSalle in the regular season meeting, and that's going to be a foul on the Huskies, charged to Bonnie Zeller. So Dakota Speidel will shoot a pair. So do not be dissuaded by the score. St. Anthony Village has every reason to believe they can come back. Speidel adding to her totals here. And she hits both. She's 4-4 from the free throw line. The lead is now 14. I would say DeLaSalle, from the games I've seen this season, have displayed more mental discipline than Como Park did. What that means for the 14-point lead, who knows? But it keeps growing. Cochran Stars scores on the fast break. And the Islanders are poised to make this a runaway. Who will step up for the Huskies? Nice weak side pass. Samantha Civet on the back door. St. Anthony will need a little more of that. Speidel to Francois. Gardner, top of the key, bullseye. And a foul on Mary Claire Francois. That buzzer beater that Olivia Travis hit in the semifinal round gave her a signature moment. As Tanisha told me, and as many basketball fans would know, Olivia being the younger sister of Reed and Jonah, two standouts of the boys who went D1, as Zielsdorf misses the three. There are some folks who see Olivia as simply in the shadow of her brothers, and to see her come up clutch, her time winding down, big for the morale. Gardner knocks it down again. Gardner adding to her second chance totals. And DeLaSalle inching closer and closer to reaching the state tournament as a 4 seed in this section. Gardner is tripped, and that's going to be a foul on Katie Meehan. Now the downside, because of the seeding, and it depends on what else plays out here, but in all likelihood, whoever gets out of here will likely be unseeded in 3A. This is one of only 2 sections to not involve a 1 seed. The other in 1AA, after Plainview Elgin Millville was upset by Winona Cotter in the quarterfinals. Everything going in for the Islanders, and they're up by 21. A 13-2 run to start this half. MJ Hadler's going to call a timeout, but St. Anthony Village is in big trouble. 56-35 our score. Schools are trading their usual chance of retort. As we told you in a previous DeLaSalle game, one of their famous chants no longer in use was Darcy, a reference to Darcy Cascais, the former athletic director. And Darcy was the substitution for a less appropriate term. St. Anthony Village have another run in them. They turn it over. And the Islanders can almost smell a state tournament appearance. Travis, turnaround, got it!
Olivia Travis.
Decided to pass on the post-up and takes the harder turnaround shot, and it goes in, but that's a microcosm of DeLaSalle's evening. And Annika Thomas missing the mid-range J there. Rebound won by the Islanders. And as my buddy Adam noted, DeLaSalle having an extra motor in them that St. Anthony Village doesn't have right now. Travis again scores on the conventional post-up play, and DeLaSalle up by 25. They may have an easy time getting through to the state tournament. They came ready. Three chances for the Huskies, and Goldsmith couldn't put it down. Noah Francois for three. Over the back foul on Travis. Had Francois hit that three-pointer, that may have been the proverbial dagger.
Second personal, Olivia Travis. Tommy Zeller entering the game for the Huskies.
If you haven't seen this DeLaSalle team and just looked at their record, you might wonder about their competitive viability, but I can assure you they have a lot of high-quality wins, and not just in section play. They came within a point of knocking off Holy Angels in the 3A in regular season play when the teams met back in February. And St. Anthony Village, as we noted in the open, playing shorthanded without Callie Webush. Had she been in there, who knows how this team would be different. Quite a few seniors in the St. Anthony group, Webush among them. As Sibbett goes to the line to shoot free throws. But not much else has gone right for the Huskies in the second half. 17-4 is the scoring run in favor of the Islanders. And if you're a believer in the adage of basketball being a game of runs, since we've got a foul on Zeller, DeLaSalle showing their might. And Ashley Ellis-Milan in attendance. She's an assistant coach at Concordia now, but a close friend of Tanisha Scott. Olivia Travis with another putback. And anything DeLaSalle wants, they're getting. Sibbett misses the three-pointer. Graham, three ball, bullseye. Corner pocket. Dakota Meredith. You might want to turn out the lights because this party looks like it's over. That's Gardner with the steal. DeLaSalle showing their fancy passing skills. And it's a 30-point margin. DeLaSalle can punch their ticket to state. Bonnie Zeller ends the scoring run for now. With DeLaSalle too quick, too athletic, and they are hitting their marks tonight. And the scary part about this Islander team, they only have one senior, and she didn't play all that much. So this will be a team with a lot of experience next year. Entering the season, there were some questions about how they would function without the bulk of their production, not just scoring everything. as Cameron Spees, Asia Wilson, and Taya Bowden all graduated. We're getting a clear and thorough answer in this 4-3A final. Weems with the steal. Spidel goes up and scores. I don't believe this. St. Anthony Village fans are stunned. Thomas knocks down the baseline jumper. But they have been awfully silent in the second half. Bullseye for Noah Francois. Everything else going in for the Islanders. This is unbelievable. But they're bringing pressure, and St. Anthony Village unprepared for it. Spidel with the steal. Here she comes. One of the few miscues for the Islanders in the second half. Deflected, so no backcourt violation. Sibbett will kick out to Zielsdorf, and that three-pointer rattles out. Gardner is going to blow by everybody. Another timeout for MJ Hadler, but DeLaSalle up by 33. This one's a done deal, folks. 10:09 left, but barring a strange turn of events here, DeLaSalle is moving on. DeLaSalle with a proud history. The 3 state tournament titles won by Faith Johnson-Patterson. 4 appearances overall in her brief tenure there. A third place finish and 3 wins. They had multiple state tournament appearances with Brian Fry and prior coaches Tanisha Scott. As we noted, part of the 2001 team. In 2007 and 08, they got to the championship round and came up short both times, finishing second. And a lot of folks wondered if they would be relevant in postseason discussions after Tyshana Johnson and Alina Starr graduated. I think we got our answer. Weems through the hole and in. That brings us to Mercy Rule range. So once we get to the 9-minute mark, the clock will run. DeLaSalle can make plans for a long weekend next week.
Bonnie's done into the game for the Huskies.
If you're wondering, DeLaSalle's season high was 95 when they reached that mark against Maranatha. And much like that game, it was close in the first half, and then DeLaSalle took over and did not look back.
Personal Monica Thomas.
So this upset special is going to send a 4 seed in this section to the state tournament. As we noted, they will likely be unseeded depending on how the other brackets play out, but I don't think anyone will want to face this DeLaSalle team. Young, talented, and all over the Huskies tonight. Weems scores. And we've officially hit the Mercy Rule threshold. And this has to be tough for St. Anthony Village. It was close. They had a 4-point lead as Katie Meehan sinks the mid-range J. They got the upper hand early. They had a big win over Como Park. They hadn't reached a section final in 13 years. Laura Francois missed the 3 there, but it's inconsequential at this point. The St. Anthony Village fans trying to rally their players on, trying to keep the morale high, but it's clear who the better team was tonight. Mercy rule, the clock is running, and we will be out of here in 8 minutes. Although not quite, because we have a trophy presentation following the conclusion of this game. So you'll want to stick around for that. They will award medals to St. Anthony Village and DeLaSalle. The Huskies will have to wait another year. Their hopes of reaching the state tournament for the first time in school history will not come to fruition tonight. Gardner, no good. Travis is fouled and will shoot 2. Olivia Travis, a beacon of leadership. In the words of Tanisha Scott, growing in that department. If you recall her post-game interview after beating Matamidi, she said, just go up, no consequences and miss, because it would either be a win or overtime. But she knew exactly what to do when the play that was drawn up for Gardner did not go as scripted. Biggest basket of her career, and now she'll finally get a taste of what her brother Reed experienced at the state tournament. Reed, part of the 5-time dynasty. He won 3 titles. The boys team overall has won 5.
Third personal, Bonnie Zeller.
Bonnie Zeller hit with a foul, but as we said, it's academic. So Bonnie Zeller, her high school career will come to an end. Although the scoreboard is showing otherwise. There's a mistake there. NJ Hadler pleading her case with the officials. And this is eating up more time. Of course, this doesn't do a whole lot. St. Anthony Village fans not happy about it. And now the clock has stopped. I'm not sure what they'll do here. They have to sort this out. Again, this is merely academic. But understandably so, St. Anthony Village fans don't want to have the clock run out. As Bonnie Zeller gets treated by the bench. It's always tough in the winner-go-home scenario when you're the one that will be watching instead of playing in a state tournament, but it happens sometimes. They did stop the clock at 5:41. And understandably, win or lose, you don't want time eaten up by an officiating mistake or a scoreboard mistake, but again, academic at this point. Mary Claire Francois will add to her totals. Again, this is going to be the team nobody wants to face. Even if they are unseeded and get a random draw, if they get Holy Angels, Hutchinson, Orono, who knows? As Zielsdorf misses the three-pointer. This is a DeLaSalle team that could make an upset run, much like Holy Angels did a year ago when they won as the 5 seed. Foul on Travis. And I have a feeling, well, again, we'll see how the boys play out, but I've got a feeling DeLaSalle will be making quite a few trips to some state tournament games in the next couple of weeks. Civet knocks down both, less than 5 to play. As we reach stat padding time. Maya Agumbiade is on the floor for the Islanders. She gets a few minutes here. Flory for 3, off the mark. Another foul, free throws coming for Civet. Samantha Civet will be a player to watch next year, just a freshman, and you have to give credit for what St. Anthony was able to do throughout the season. Again, they got to 20 wins with the help of section play, but they had a strong year in the Tri-Metro, and for a school that has struggled to forge an identity with the likes of DeLaSalle and Holy Angels more recently, what they did was admirable. They had to upset a 2 seed to get here, knocking off Como Park. I know a lot of fans are hoping for a rematch between the two, but I've got a feeling DeLaSalle was the second best team in this section after Matamidi, and that win over Matamidi told everyone just who's boss.
Please stay on the floor until the end of the awards presentation. Also, at the concession stands, dollars are on sale for $1. $1 hot dogs.
Well, let's see how many fans take up the $1 hot dog offer. Washington trying to clear out its inventory. And they'll be back here on Saturday. DeLaSalle, their student section chanting to put in I think a reserve player. Again. I don't know who they were talking about. Again, only one senior. Maybe Copeland. Gardner. Goes to Agumbiade. Yep. Here comes the bench. Zielsdorf with the poke. Civet will go up and score in transition. Samantha Civet showcasing some moves that could be useful for St. Anthony Village next year, but the night belongs to DeLaSalle. A 17-4 run to start the second half, and they did not look back. Civet fouls Gardner, and that will give the Islanders a chance to put in their subs. Well, we've seen Nora Francois already, but here come some others with 2 minutes to go. And the officials will allow the substitutions to take place. So Copeland goes out there, the only senior on this team. Rose Tucker waiting for her shot. Mia Davis. Well, Tanisha will call a timeout to make the substitution, so. So Gardner will go out and get the serenade she deserves. And Zielsdorf will do the same. So she can go out with some recognition. You will see Zielsdorf in the MIAC. She hasn't decided where she'll go yet, Augsburg or St. Benedict, but she'll be back in uniform next winter. So DeLaSalle will await their 3A quarterfinal matchup. They'll either play on Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. It depends on the draw. All the 3A teams will be sorted out by the end of tonight, so it won't be long to figure out where DeLaSalle ends up. Saturday is when they will seed the field. But again, this is a team nobody will want to face. So the unseeded notion, if that is the case for the Islanders, Could be a bit deceptive. DeLaSalle was denied a chance at state tournament glory a year ago by Andrea Adams and Como Park. This year, they knock off the number 5 team in 3A in Matamidi. Davis hits a long-range deuce. They pummel St. Anthony Village. And DeLaSalle is going on to the 3A state tournament. Their 4-year drought is over. On Saturday, they were in Jubilee after Olivia Travis hit a buzzer beater to beat Matamidi. And now Tanisha Scott will go to her first state tournament as a head coach. An alum of DeLaSalle back in 2001. She was part of the first state tournament team, and now she'll live to play on next week. She's got 3 guaranteed games of the consolation bracket. But DeLaSalle back in the state tournament for the first time since 2013. 84-51 is your final. We will try to get a word with a DeLaSalle player or two when we're done, but we have the postseason or post-game trophy presentation coming up. An 84-51 runaway win for the Islanders. You're watching high school girls basketball. Stay tuned for the post-game ceremony.
And now, we will present the medals and trophies to the Section 4 AAA Girls Basketball Champions DeLaSalle Islanders and second place St. Anthony Village Huskies. We will start with the Section 4 AAA runner-up St. Anthony Village Huskies. Presenting the medals will be Athletic Director Troy Erdahl. For the Huskies, number 1. Callie Weaver. Number 2, Amelia Zabuda. Number 3, Avery Sutton. Number 4, Bonnie Zeller. Number 5, Abby Connick Meehan. Number 10, Audrey Stump. Number 11, Annika Thomas. Number 12, Nicole Zielsdorf. Number 14, Chloe Bessius. Number 15, Olivia Groves. Number 21, Emma Meyer. Number 22, Tori Thomas. Number 25, Samantha Siddick. Number 30, Jessica Goldsmith. Number 40, Jackie Krieger. Wesley Village's MJ Heather, assistant coaches Casey Gintner, Doc Millie, and Jenny Patrick. Now will the captains please come forward and receive your trophy. And now we will present the medals for our Section 4 AAA champion, DeLaSalle Islanders. Presenting the medal tonight will be Athletic Director Adam Pribble. First up for the Islanders, number 3, Dakota Spidell. Number 4, Olivia Travis. Number 5, Mary Claire Francois. Number 10, Alexis Cochran Starr. Number 13, Ayana Gardner. Number 15, Isabel Glory. Number 21, Nora Francois. Number 22, MJ Weeds. Number 23, Maya Agumbiaye. Number 32, Deja Copeland. Number 24, Anne Marie Potts. Number 33, Kate Brown. Number 35, Nia Davis. And number 40, Rose Tucker. The Islanders head coach, Tanisha Scott. Assistant coaches, Danielle Ellison, Amin Borgi, Ricky Hill, and Sadiqa Jihad. And now, will the captains please come forward and receive your trophy. DeLaSalle will be playing in the state tournament either on Tuesday, March 14th at the Target Center or March 15th at Mary UT. Good luck, ladies. See you at the tournament.
Yeah.
And joining me is Ayanna Gardner and Tanisha Scott. Tanisha, we'll start with you. You were part of the first DeLaSalle team to reach the state tournament as a player. What does it mean for you to get to your first state tournament as a coach?
Oh, we didn't go as a player. I didn't go as a player. So this
2001, I thought you went?
No, we didn't go. We made it to this game all 4 years that I played at DeLaSalle. So, yeah, it feels great. It feels great to finally get back to my alma mater and bring us to state. So it was really good.
Well, you can file a lawsuit for all of the misinformation I spread throughout the season. But for you, last year you were close, fell just a few points short to Como Park. This year you pummeled St. Anthony Village after that emotional win over Matamidi. So how did this team pull together?
All year we've just been preaching like we don't have the best as individuals, but we're the best team, and that's what we did today. We tried to just come out and play as a team, and play our hardest. We started off kind of slow, but at halftime I just talked to them. I told them let's keep it going and let's get back to doing what we do best, and that's what we did in the second half. And St. Anthony is a really good team too. They played really, really hard. We just hit our shots. Came the second half, and we turned up our defense.
Indeed, they won the first meeting in the regular season. You have a young team, only one senior, a lot of pieces coming back, but what were the challenges of cultivating this young group this year, and how has that growth displayed itself?
That they're young. They're young, so you never know what you're going to get. All of our games have been up and down, as you can tell by our record. If you look at our record, it's an up and down season, but we knew this is when it matters come February and March, that we had to keep going up and our progress had to be going up, and that's what we're doing now.
And Ayanna, you've been one of the leaders of this team. What does it mean for you to reach your first state tournament?
I don't know, like words can't even describe, because last year it was such a sad moment when we lost. So I just kind of used that energy and those feelings and just put my heart into this last game, because it could have been win or go home, so I had to win for the team.
Well, now you're stuck playing 3 games, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, it's all right.
I think you'll take that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Back to the game. It was close in the first half. St. Anthony Village went up by 4 early. You led by 10 at halftime and then opened up the second on a 17-4 run. How did you turn on the Jets?
I think during halftime, we just kept on saying, don't underestimate them, because we did this the last game. We were up at halftime, and we just kind of let go. So we weren't trying to do that this second half. So we just kept on pushing, and then just started happening. We started making our shots, and then we fed off of each other's energy.
What would you make of the support tonight? Because it wasn't just you. Kate Graham was knocking down threes from the outside. Olivia Travis was getting putbacks. It was a well-rounded effort.
Yeah, it was all about the energy, the support from all the audience, the fans, and just having energy feeding off from the bench and everything. That's what just made it.
And for the two of you, I imagine there'll be some practices in preparation for next week, but overall, just what does it say about the talent and the prestige of this program to get back to state after the Faith Johnson-Patterson years? Maybe some folks are wondering if this would happen, and now you've got a chance to get that state tournament trophy.
Yeah, we just want to keep the tradition going, which is DeLaSalle. We work hard, and we want to do things the right way, and that's what we want to keep doing now.
Yeah, basically what she just said.
And I saw you're having some fun with your cousin Genvante and a few others. Is folks like Ashley or anyone else going to give you any tips on how to get through a state tournament? Sadaka was there as a player.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll definitely take all the advice from my friends that have been there since this is my first time. So, yeah, it'll be good.
And anyone you two want to say hi to that will watch this game?
Ayanna?
My family's already here, so, yeah.
Mine too. Mine too.
So you can't think of anyone else to say hi to?
My mom. My mom is in Texas. Hi, Mom.
The people in Blue Earth in California, my family over there, Yeah, that's it.
Well, whatever happens, congrats on making states, and enjoy next weekend. I'm sure it's going to be a blast for you guys, no matter what happens, and enjoy the moment. And have some fun, get some rest, and get back out there next week.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Tanisha Scott and Ayanna Gardner, that wraps up the Section 4 3A bracket and our coverage here for high school girls basketball. For everyone, I'm Mike Peden. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful evening.